soul family. I'm coming at you from inside the house today. I've decided that it's easier for me to do my readings in here and then just do live like little clips and stuff. Today we've had crazy weather. It started in the middle of the night and it was incredible wind. It's windy so strong that I was concerned that these branches of the trees above, actually now that I look at them, I guess it's cool because see how they go up. But I thought, oh my God, is a branch gonna land on the house and crush it? But I went out last night and looked at the full moon and then I came in, and Willow's had such a difficult time. That's our weather right now, you know? I mean, there is some sun. Oh, every time I look, it disappears. Willow gets very distraught, you know, and so she's actually being really good right now. She's underneath the blanket, but this door wants to keep opening and the breeze is freezing. But she was all snuggled in, so I didn't want to disturb her. So I heard this crazy wind, and normally I would go out and, you know, be in it because it was crazy nuts. Yeah, we had some blue sky a little while ago. We actually had bright sunshine this morning when we woke up. You just walked through my little tiny studio, and I've realized that I'm the reason I manifested this, because how often did I say I wanted a little tiny house? Oh my God, here's my little tiny house. It's a little tinier than I wanted. I didn't want to do a tiny house by myself. I wanted to do it with the love of my life. And now I realize that that would be ridiculous because it's way too small. I can make do. I heard myself in the reading yesterday on the rocks say, oh, see all these little houses up here in the rocks? Everybody has a little tiny house and it's so adorable. And I thought, yeah, you have a little tiny house too. But I laid there last night. I'll show you this place. This is my Airbnb. This will be my home. Check it out. Coming from the front door, this is it. That's it. So, and at least I have a bathroom. That's my closet. That's it. So I have, as you know, 3 cats that have each of themselves 3 cat boxes. I looked outside today and I was going to put a gazebo outside, and I didn't realize that the trees are actually quite overhanging. And I've decided that going around the little walkway, I'm going to put stakes and then some wire like that you can actually see through. Not really, I don't want it to be ugly. It has to be pretty. And I'll put all my potted plants inside, and I'll have trailing vines along that to make it pretty. And that will be like a little area that will be safe for the cats, because the coyotes come cruising by, and so do the javelinas, and the javelinas eat all of my flowers. So I can extend the outside living for them a little bit so that they can go out. And because Liger's been dying, he's been dying to get out. And I saw that there's a next door neighbor cat. So I don't know what Siam will be like. He's actually quite shy. But anyway, I thought, I laid here on that little day bed, and I as I was dreaming and kind of in and out of my sleep with the wind last night, I was imagining how I was going to decorate this place, how I was going to make it work like a little tiny house. And I'm actually really good at decorating. I can make something very small be very beautiful. I'm good at that. So this is my challenge. And I did I spoke to my other landlord this morning, and he's like, when are you coming back? I said, a couple weeks, you know, middle of April, moving in. And he goes, all right, you know what? And he started it again. He goes, and I've been kind of sending energy his way, manifesting, right? And I got to see, because I kept saying, this is too small. I can do it if I have to. I can do anything if I have to. But we deserve something bigger. I do love the fact that we are not just, you know, according to the reading yesterday that came out, you know, everything applies to me. I take every message for myself. And I think you should too, not just the items that you choose. But I was saying, and maybe I didn't say it when I was talking to you guys. I might have said it out loud to Spirit as I was walking down the mountain. I think I did. And I said, I don't want to work to support a home. It's not important for me that I have a big home. Like I don't want to be housebound. You know, I've been there before. I had a 5-bedroom house with a pool and a gated community, 2 cars, a golden retriever, 2 cats, or 1 cat, 2 big fish tanks, and I paid, God, what were we paying? I mean, I was paying it alone. I took the house. I was left the house with the big bill, so it was like $3,000 a month payment, and I made him pay for half because I paid for half the house. So $1,500 a month, which you know, which is nothing really to anybody else around here, but $1,500 to $3,000 a month is not my idea of fun. I worked all the time. I didn't do anything. And when I walked away from that house and went to Wisconsin, I felt very free. And so I was walking around there and I was talking to myself and I was asking myself, I can manifest what I need. I can make the money. If I have to have it, I'll get it. But do I really want to work so that I can have this house? Like, she took me through the other side and it's beautiful. That's the side I should be in. That's what I deserve. I'm worthy of that, right? But she can't even afford to live in it. She rents a house behind and she Airbnbs that and this in order to hold this house. And eventually she wants to be able to move into that side. And I'm looking at that and I was talking to Spirit as I was walking along and I said, I could, you know, there are other places I could get. They're more expensive. You know, you're looking at $1,200 to $1,400 a month, but I'd be working. I'd be sitting in the house working like other people go to jobs and work. And other people want to do that. I understand other people have to do that. And most people actually just work to live, but I don't want to work to live. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm supposed to be on the land. I want to be on the land. It's not important for me to have a big place. So this is me proving that to myself, I guess, that I can take this and dial this in to an angel's haven. And that's what I've named it, Angel's Haven. It came really right away as soon as I got here because it's so small and it's literally nestled in the arms of Thunder Mountain. It's right there. And Sugarloaf Summit is right up the street. I'll show you. I'll take you guys out for a walk if I remember and show you. But let's get to the reading. I just thought that was interesting how all of the messages in yesterday's reading, they applied to everything that I was considering and thinking about, you know? So, and I have made the commitment. And I got the message again from my landlord. Well, you don't have to decide. And I said, no, I have decided. It's either this or if Gordon comes through with the other place for me, because he said to me, give me a call before, because we talked before, you know, he knew what I wanted and then he came up with some strange idea and I don't want to be running his Airbnb out in Montezuma. I want to be here. And so he says, give me a call right before you come out. He goes, and I will call you if anything changes between now and then. He goes, I know what you want. I know what you want. I want the bigger place. I deserve it, right? So I said, all right, but that's okay. I'll put my foot in the door. I'll get in here. I'll do this. It's month to month or week to week, whatever I want it. And we'll go from there. But what I was saying was I don't want to be in a place where I'm tolerated. There's nothing worse than feeling like you're merely tolerated. Where you need to be somewhere where you're celebrated. I want to be where I'm celebrated. Kate is all excited about having me here. She wants my energy in this house. And it's good for her. It's good for me. Good for the cats because she wants us there. She wants my cats. She let me bring Willow, even though this is still being run as an Airbnb. You know? So that you got to think about that in your life. Where are you? Are you somewhere that you're celebrated? Or are you somewhere where you're really being tolerated? Because that's a shitty place to be. Okay, so let me turn the radio on. Just looking at Ron Burgundy. Okay, I was going to show you my crystals, but I'll show you when we start the reading. I'm just literally looking at the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. I'll show you. Dumbo, right? They just showed me that. So we're working with the Divine Circus Oracle, clearly. Ooh, Rob Thomas is in Palm Springs. I love him. Okay. Just a second. I gotta turn the radio where we can hear. Turn it down. Maybe you're tired of my shit. Maybe I'm drunk. Maybe I know you're the one. Start with that one. Okay. Divine Circus Oracle. Well, I will show you my crystals because I have to give you items to choose from. So here we go. I told you guys that I would show you the crystals that were given to me. I wasn't going to take anything. I wasn't going to break anything away from the mountain. If there was anything that was sliding down the side of the rocks, I would take it because these are so fragile they break apart. They wouldn't last for long anyway. So I have no problem taking these. I'll show them to you. Here's one. If the sun was shining on it, you could see how beautiful. There you go. was gonna say, you're not seeing the shine in it. This one's pretty cool. And I went to wash it off because they all had, you know, the dust from the sand. And that's on the back. I was just like, what? Big ones. If you see it, you can't see in the, these are all actually clear. The light's kind of making it not look as cool as it is. Well, that piece was whitened out because it was broken off. And it was probably one of these. These are the chunks. I'll put the little chunks in my hand and let you see. So those are the little clusters. And then I've got the little heart. This one's cool because it's got the green crystals in it and blue. And look, it's a complete heart on the other side. Isn't that neat? I see a dragon. Do you see it? There, oh my gosh, the eye, the little horns, the fangs going around, the tail. Wow, that's bitchin', considering I'm an Aries dragon. I love that. My daughter would see a chameleon. I'll have to show her that. Bearded dragon. And look at the little cave. It's like a heart with a pocket. Put your hand in my pocket. And then look, this one broke off, I guess, but it almost looks like a little heart too, right? And then these are baby ones. Look at the blue and the green. And red. Blue, green, and red. Love, healing. It's all about love. Love is and blue is truth, truthfulness. But the red stone, the blue for truthfulness, the green for love and healing and growth, and the white for purity and innocence. If I sat here and looked at these, I know that I see a butterfly, but I would see a snake there as well. Oh, that's funny. Remember the butterfly that was a snake? Yep, that snake in the grass. I figured that's who that was. I'm going to show you the last one, which is probably an insignificant one for you. These are just little pieces that broke off, and I just couldn't bear to leave them to get crumbled. I think they might have broken off in my backpack. This one is pretty cool. So you've got the blue and the gray, and there's like little valleys in their little pockets. And I cleaned it and I turned it around, and there's even more. And then this was the original one. Oh, there's little tiny ones. Then there's the original one that slid down the hill right after I said I wasn't going to break anything away. I wasn't going to force something that wasn't mine. What was mine would come to me. And it literally slid right down to me. And it's got this little, right inside there. See the shine? They all shine like that, if I could get that. And this is the last one. And it's the smallest one. And it doesn't look like it's much. But it's the most beautiful. Now I'm thinking about this house, right? Or maybe something that somebody may have, an offer. I don't have much to offer you, but what you have is beautiful. Oh, I got really emotional with that. I'm not about the most expensive. I'm not about the biggest. I'm not. I'm about quality. And I got to tell you, this is my favorite one. It's just a beautiful little cluster of crystals in a little tiny pocket, a little bowl. I just love that one. I love that one. Okay, so what you can choose from is the plate of crystals, which I definitely have chosen. And let me put these aside so they won't get crunched. Oops. There's one that dropped. Now think about this. Quartz crystals, and there's other colors in here too. I'd have to see what kind they are with the green, but clear quartz crystals are manifesting stones. They are intention stones. Any intention that you have, you take a clear quartz crystal and you hold it and you put your intention into that, and you send it out. They're very powerful. They're also amplifiers for every other crystal. So I'll put them around my rings, right? To supercharge my rings, even though we just got them supercharged with the full moon. Okay, so we have the plate of crystals. We'll have the Hobbit house. We'll have Thunder Mountain, and we'll have Sugarloaf Summit. Okay? So the plate of crystals, Angel's Haven, the Hobbit house. I think that's funny. I'm only 5'2.5". I'm the Hobbit. But I don't have big feet. I have tiny feet. Okay, Thunder Mountain and Sugarloaf. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Plate of Crystals, song, you say that when I don't feel I belong, you say that I am yours. When I feel I am not strong, you say that I am. And I believe what you say of me. I love this song. I had information from Spirit this morning about someone who loves me. This person is a business person and they're very, very good at what they do. But emotionally, they are not, they're not expressive and they're a little bit nervous. I think that's, again, of course, the shyness that I love. Okay, correct for neutrality. Ron Burgundy just gave me a look like, you shouldn't have said that. Oh well. All right. Divine Circus Oracle, for those who chose the Plate of Crystals. The Duke of Shadows. Well, it sounds like the person I was just speaking about. The Duke of Shadows clearly is very, look at him. Or her. It is a man, but you could come across as a woman because you're so beautiful. You're very theatrical. You are putting on quite a show. You are successful. You are the magician. Look at your top hat. And your staff you have as a walking cane, so people can't see. They don't understand what's going on, but I do. Behind you, there's a bunch of shadows. Are they your shadows? You are the Duke of Shadows. The numbers 1 and 4. 1, keep your thoughts positive. Do you like what you're manifesting with your thoughts? If so, keep good. If you don't, change your thinking. You're stinking thinking because you're creating your future with what you're thinking. 4, there are angels all around you. You, the Duke of Shadows, are completely protected and loved. There's no reason for fear, right? You may be seeing something in the shadows that isn't there. You may be dealing with your own shadows. The reason you may not have come forward is because of your shadow. Your shadow could be someone else in your life. It could be a part of you. It could be something that you're dealing with. The song right now, crashing, hit a wall. Right now, I need a miracle. Hurry up now, I need a miracle. Stranded, reaching out. I call your name, but you're not around. I say your name when you're not around. I need you, I need you. I need you right now. Don't let me down. Okay, so somebody's feeling concerned or nervous about a situation, and the Duke of Shadows, this came up yesterday in the reading, and it's a theme. Right now, what's going on is somebody needs to help you understand that there are half-truths all around you at this time. There are people that are lying. There are people that are manipulating circumstances. They're trying to make you believe that you're seeing the full picture, but you're not seeing the full picture. But the truth is going to come out. And when it does come out, all the confusion around you is going to be, it's going to disappear like a vapor. So I kept getting this message from Spirit this morning, and I was angry. I got from Spirit, your twin soul thinks that you're angry. I am. I'm done waiting. It's been 21 and a half years I've been waiting, and 6 in silence. So, yeah, I'm annoyed, and I'm over it. But I was shown patience. Patience, Aries. And I figured 21 years is enough patience for me. 6 years in silence is plenty. But they're showing that there's something that's going to come. And I got that this morning, and I was mad. And when I'm mad, I clean. I don't know about you, but when I get angry or when I get frustrated, somebody asked me once, what do you do when you get mad? Clean or go for a walk? And it was too cold to go, and I knew I had to do this reading, and I had my work line on, so I cleaned. I was sweeping the floor. I was cleaning like crazy. And I was talking to Spirit out loud, and I was talking to my twin, and I said, no, it's not good enough. It's not okay. Don't put me on the back burner. I've done being on the back burner, right? And yet Spirit was saying, and I was hearing it, you need patience at this time. It's about to come through. You're going to understand, and when it's shown to you, all of the frustration and anger is going to go away when you understand what's going on. But in the meantime, it's very difficult for us, right? So in your life, what's going on that you're in a place of confusion? There's more to this person, there's more to this situation, there's more to the entire story. I've known this for a very long time. It still doesn't make any difference to me. It's been too long. There's been too many lies. So Spirit says something is happening even if we don't see it. Even if, and I am giving you this reading, and I am channeling the message from Spirit, and I can hear what I'm saying. I know that I'm arguing with it because I'm a human being, and I've been kept in the dark except for what I see in my dreams, which I'm not 100% certain are like we said, things aren't always as they seem. You're being given half truths, half stories. However, I feel that there's other people that are lying and manipulating as well on the outside. So I hear what I'm saying, and I'm letting this run, and I'm speaking my truth honestly to you because I want you to see that I'm just like you. I don't want to wait anymore. I'm over waiting. I'm not waiting. And if you want me to be patient with the situation, I don't have any patience anymore. It's gone. I'm now moving forward with my life. I'm moving to Arizona, and I'm moving on with my life. Does that mean I don't love my twin soul? No. But you know what? You're living a life with someone else doing your thing, and I'm sitting here, and I'm being told to be patient. Fuck patience. Sorry, Spirit. That's the message, though. I have to deliver the message. I'm just showing you that, yes, I feel the same as you do, right? We're tired of being patient. But Spirit says there's actually growth happening. What's happening is maybe us learning to stand to be strong and independent and deciding, no, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to be put on hold while you get everything tied up into a neat little bow. You know, and you're going to tell me that I can wait while you have a relationship with someone else or do whatever you want to do. And maybe that's not the truth. I've shown it's not the truth, but I don't have any evidence of it, and I'm alone. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just that, you know, the divine masculine is saying have patience, and the divine feminine is saying I'm done being patient. I've been patient for 21 and a half years, right? Done. So maybe it's us growing stronger. Clearly, other things have had to grow, right? There's growth that had to happen. And I do know, I've got very, very clearly, just like I'm saying to you, that my twin soul thinks that I have not grown enough, that I'm not patient enough. That's fine. You continue living your life where you are, Duke of Shadows, okay? Because I don't need to be what you want me to be. So right now, Spirit's telling you, I'll just give you the next message because you're feeling negative and I'm feeling negative. Maybe you're not, but the people that are getting this message, I think that you are. And Spirit says, yes, there's a bigger picture that we can't see. Spirit can see it, and there may be frustration. I am speaking to mostly spiritual people here. That's why I'm speaking so openly and honestly. Many of us have gifts like remote viewing. I'm able to remote view. I have lucid dreams. I have prophetic dreams. But we cannot prove them, even to ourselves, if we can't see them unfold in front of us, or if we can, verify. I have literally been in places watching my twin soul, watching what he's doing. So yes, I do know there's a bigger story going than what is being presented. And it might just be that Spirit sees that there's a bigger story going on than what's being presented, right? And that he's the one that needs to grow up. I don't know. But we won't know until the information comes. And Spirit says information is coming. And I said, the only thing that'll stop me from moving here is an act of God. Right? So Spirit says, well, right now, if you are feeling negative, they don't want you to feel negative. They want you to feel positive. So the way we can handle this and the way I can assuage my own feelings is that instead of I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I'm not going to deal with it. Obviously, he comes up in my mind all the time, but I change the subject. I'll get outside, I'll hike, I'll get myself busy doing something else. I'm keeping myself busy. I'll work with you guys, right? It comes up now because this particular message came up. But we have to keep moving forward doing us, working on ourselves, doing what we need to do. Because when Spirit says a message is coming, information is coming, I already knew that. I was shown that this morning. You're going to be getting information explaining what's going on. That's fine. It hasn't come yet. So in the meantime, I'm going to live my life. So we're not being told to, and I'm not going to tell you that either, and Spirit's not going to tell you, to sit and wait. They're not. They're just telling you that you're not seeing everything right now. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you've been lied to, or that you can't see because there's been manipulation, or that there's only a part of the story that's allowed to be told. That's what, in my case, I know that. There's only partial, this story, it has to be this way. I understand that. I don't have to like it. You don't have to like it either. So the idea of me going out, and I go up on the top of the mountains, I said I can see a lot from up here, right? I do a lot better when I'm outside. You probably have noticed that when I do readings. If I do a reading in the house, this is me that comes out. This is reality, right? When I go outside, I'm very, very connected to my highest self, and I kind of push away. And I talked to myself about that and Spirit as I was walking back down or hiking back down the mountain yesterday. I said, you know, when I'm out here, it's all good. As soon as I come back into the house, it all comes back down on me. And I have to deal with it there too. So we can't stuff what we're feeling, right? We can't expect perfection out of ourselves. It's not our fault that we're frustrated. It's not our fault that we're angry. It's not our fault that we can't see. And what frustrates me is that I have incredibly lucid dreams, but they're not allowing me to see things. And I know because my twin's blocking me. Why? Because he is the Duke of Shadows and he is the magician. So I don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to go on and on about it. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to go on about my own life, do my own thing. And when Spirit says, you know, we see things that are going on and we're telling you it's coming. There is a message that's coming. You're gonna eventually get clarity about this situation. And whatever the situation that you're in right now, if you're confused by it and you don't, and this is your message, and you can't see the way out, Spirit says there is clarity coming. Now, my twin may also need clarity. That might be information coming that he needs to see in order for this to move forward. But Spirit says it's coming. So right now, Spirit says the one nice thing about this, and remember, we got to keep our thoughts positive. I know that the truth is going to come out. We just had a full moon in Libra. That means that the scales are balancing. Justice is being meted out. Unfair situations are going to, and lies and deception and secrets are going to come to the surface, and they're going to be handled in a fair and just manner. And this is confirmation of that. So happy news is coming. Clarity is coming. So if you can hold on to that, whenever you get to the point where you just want to punch the wall, because I totally understand that, right? There's another message as well. Don't take things at face value. When somebody comes forward to offer me an explanation, you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to be getting a gazillion questions. The last time this one came to me, this Duke of Shadows, I asked him one thing and he said to me, you ask a lot of questions. No, I didn't. I hardly asked any questions, but I'm telling you right now, there will be 5 million questions. And I want to get answers and they better be truthful, because if they're not, I walk or you walk. So Spirit's telling you that as well. They're telling you, don't take things at face value. They're also saying, don't take things at face value now. It isn't as it appears. It's literally, this Duke of Shadows is a master manipulator. He is a magician. This might be something he has to do for his work. This might be just Spirit showing you. This is kind of like the sleight of hand, right? I'm putting on a show. This is what it looks like for everyone else, but that's really not the truth of the situation. What you hear is this, that, or the other, but that's really not the truth of what's going on. That's one perspective. So things are going to shift. They are going to shift. What is the song talking about? On deck. Amazing customer service. To me, amazing customer service is Spirit, right? So I've been asking for clarity. I want clarity. I want it. They know what I want. It's like my landlord. He says, I know what you're looking for now. I know what you want now. Yeah. Spirit knows what we want. Our passion, our desires. I literally just heard it on the radio. Spirit knows what that is. So this guy or this situation is going to shift and change in a very surprising way. There's going to be a sudden piece to the puzzle that slips in, drops in some way. I don't know how it will come to you, but it's going to reveal itself soon. Sometimes it comes in a dream. Sometimes it's an email. I would prefer straight communication. Thank you very much. I don't want it in a dream. So I'm just putting that request out right now. I want an email or a phone call. I want straight communication. Better face to face. I'll be here for 2 more days, and then you'll know where I am in Canyon Lake. So I want straight communication, right? It's going to help us solve whatever it is that's been causing this much frustration. So I welcome that. I chose that plate. That's a message for me. All right? So just because this is the truth doesn't mean we have to like it right now, you know? But we have to keep our thoughts positive. We don't want to dwell on it. We don't want to think the worst case. I've already known all along that this is going to happen. I've seen the ending. That's what sucks. Is 6 years before this all happened, I saw the ending. I see him come forward. He tells me the truth. And what bothers me about this whole thing is I told him then that this was going to happen. Everything. That's what's frustrating for me. But I did see it happen. I do know it's going to straighten itself out. It's just, you know, in the meantime, I get more and more lines on my face. And I get to spend less and less time with the love of my life when I'm feeling like I'm looking hot. And that's a big deal to me. Vanity. We got vanity yesterday in our reading. I'll show it to you. There is a difference between arrogance and pride. There's a difference between being vain and having a healthy dose of vanity. Vanity is knowing your beauty. Vanity is knowing your self-worth. I did a 3-card spread last night, and it was a pick a card. I don't know if I have a page on, I never say this. My Facebook page is called Angels Whisper, Sherry Columbus, Angels Whisper. And it's a business page, so it's got readings, it's got posts, it's got all my pictures from my trip. If you guys want to see all where I was hiking and the videos, I don't share all of the stuff on YouTube. Some of it just goes to my page. But one of the posts that yesterday was a pick a card. I do that every couple days. Everybody loves it because it's a way you can work with your own intuition, which is what I want you to do. I want you to pay attention to your own intuition, right? And it was 3 cards that you could choose from, and the deck was the Winged. I got it the last time I was here in Sedona. Where's the book? It's just a little deck, and I love it. It's called Winged Enchantment, and it's all obviously animal messengers, but they're bird messengers, and I'm very connected to the birds. I'll show you that in a minute. One of the crystals that I saw on the mountain actually is a wolf, and my spiritual twin is the silver wolf. And right below the silver wolf is a bird. And I even said that I see a silver wolf with the tail of a merman, because I'm the mermaid, he's the merman. And I said, I see a little bird here, and it looks as though the wolf is guarding the bird. And so I've already been told this. He's doing this for your protection. I'm still annoyed. So here's our messages. This is what I want to talk to you about, but being vain. Blue jay, peacock, and finch were the items that came. And the blue jay, I'm seeing the blue jays constantly, every all over the place. I should have given you guys that, but I'll give you the message for blue jay. I am blue jay. Be the advantage of a quick wit and intellect. I am the first one heard. I am the brightest one seen. I command attention, and I dive right in. I fear nothing, and I take what I need. I am the crucial adaptation of successful life. I have the discipline to master new skills. It is fine to learn new things, but dabbling in too many will keep you scattered. I am going to follow through. I am blue jay. All right, where is it? Dabbling in too many will keep you scattered. I'm going to follow through. I wear the crown of achievement. I am the proper use of knowledge. You may need to be longer. I didn't spell it right. I did this in the middle of the night. You may need to. I wonder what it is. I have to look this up. Sorry. And I read it straight from the book. I'm giving these cards. The messages were the message on the card. This wasn't an intuitive read. I do it differently when I read myself. Oh, wow. I gave the wrong. Oh, there it is. Okay. You may need to be louder to get what you want. I'll have to fix this. Everybody's probably going, what? And listen to how loud I am. As the blue jay, right? You may need to be, so I'm going to read this again so you guys don't get lost in my confusion. I am blue jay. Be the advantage of quick wit and intellect. I'm the first one heard. I'm the brightest one seen. I command attention and I dive right in. I fear nothing and I take what I need. I am the crucial adaptation of successful life. I have the discipline to master new skills. It's fine to learn new things, but dabbling in too many will keep you scattered. I am the need to follow through. There we go. I knew that wasn't right. Gosh. That says I am. That says I am. I'm glad I looked at this because it was confusing for others. I am the need to follow through. I wear the crown of achievement. I am the proper use of knowledge. You may need to be louder to get what you want. You may have to outsmart the others, but don't be afraid to draw attention to yourself. Oh, this is horrific. Let the world know you're there and ready to take control. I am incomparable in self-scrutiny. I am the victory of taking by sheer will. Get out into the world and take what you have worked so hard for. You are perseverance. You are survival. You are bold ambition. You are blue jay. Okay? But then the peacock came. Peacock says, I am peacock, the glory of multifaceted expression. I am everything that shimmers. I am all that radiates. I am divinity manifest in physical form. You know what? I did voice texting. That's why it's wrong. I am the power of flash and the influence of physical beauty. I am the reflection of inner grace on the outside. I am the mirror of everything magnificent. You need to accept They must think I don't know how to spell. And own your body, for it is a mirror of the soul. To be aware of spirit is essential, but not to the exclusion of physicality. We take our forms for a reason. I thought about this last night for a while. We choose the form that we come in for a reason. Very interesting. To express our uniqueness in the world. Vanity is no sin, but a deep appreciation of our creation when grounded in a healthy love of self. We need to love ourselves. I know that I'm a good-looking person. I'm not the most beautiful person. I'm aging. I got wrinkles. I don't have the perfect body, but I know I'm a nice-looking woman. I know that. I would have not been able to say that my whole life, which sucked because then I was very fresh and young and youthful, right? But there's a lot of people that have a problem. They're told that it's wrong to see themselves as beautiful. No, you need to see yourself as beautiful. With your wrinkles, with the extra weight, with the cellulite, with whatever it is that you have, with the fact that we've got gray hair, there's nothing wrong. But I'm telling you, I'm annoyed that I've had to wait. I've known this man 21 and a half years. I was fresh and young and hard. And now my body's aging and I'm slipping. And where the hell are you? Yes, I'm annoyed. But there's nothing wrong with vanity, as long as we have a healthy dose of self-love. And it's a healthy dose, meaning you're not stuck up. You're not conceited. You don't put your looks above. I don't choose people because of the way they look. But I want to be at my finest, right? That's because I have a healthy dose of vanity. I take care of myself. If I didn't have a healthy dose of vanity, I wouldn't take care of myself. I wouldn't exercise. I wouldn't watch what I eat. I wouldn't care. My hair wouldn't be done. I wouldn't get dressed. I've seen a lot of readers that are pretty horrendous. They don't actually really care what they look like. I do. So there's nothing wrong with that. So know that. Song right now is the song that my love of my life sang to me. It's All of Me Loves All of You. Cards all on the table, both showing hearts. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. His head's been underwater for a number of years. So, break out the colors, fluff the feathers, don your finest threads. I have come to teach you how to flirt with grace, emanating a true beauty from every facet of your being. You are beauty inside and out. You are beauty, mind, and spirit. Body, mind, and spirit. My twin soul told me he was my twin soul. I didn't believe him. And I said, my twin soul knows me. And he says, I do. Mind, body, and spirit. So that popped in right then. He's all over this reading. He knows I'm angry. Finch was the next one that came up, which gave me my message and why I'm moving forward. So don't just think I'm being a bitch, although he probably thinks I am right now, in the fact that I'm speaking the way that I am. This is why I'm speaking the way that I am. Finch totem kept coming to me over in California. And the red, my landlord's like, look, the red finch. And red finch means, well, finch means there's going to be a great deal of sudden activity, right? They're cheerful birds. The red is much like the cardinal, which speaks about you need to know your own worth, have a healthy sense of nobility. So the finch says, I am finch, the diversity of experience. I am 1,000,000 facets of reality. I am an internal spectrum of color. I exist in myriad ways and bring the magic of alternatives. I am high energy of restless anticipation. I am new direction and choice. I am your clue that it's time to switch things around and sample of the flavors of life. Spice it up, change the colors, take the road less traveled. If you are stagnant, I will be there with opportunity. If you have seen it all before, I will change the landscape. Without change, everything stops. I am the millions of paths that you could take. I am the urge to try something new. I am the joy of a free and adventuresome way of life. I am the flurry of endless activity. You were ready to leave the comfort zone and mingle with new realities. You are abundance in curiosity. You are active change. You are a blending experience. You are Finch. So, there we go. I've got to fix that on all of those posts because that was awful. They must think I really have no idea how to spell. So now what we're going to go to is we're going to go to my little house, my little hobbit house, my little angel's haven. That spirit clearly told me in that message was time for me to explore, right? Get moving forward, change the scenery. Looking through the phone again, feeling anxious, afraid to be alone again. I hate this. Trying to find my way away from this. Is there somebody there that can help me? Yeah, you need to help yourself. It's like the walls are caving in. They say, Take her home, you'll feel better. Have a drink, you'll feel better. And Spirit says no. Get out into nature. Different alternatives. They just told you what you need to do in those messages. It's your choice. It's crawling in your skin. You're not feeling well. You've got social anxiety disorder. You've got depression. You've got all of these voices coming in, and you're staying in a toxic environment, and that's why. Things need to change. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Some people could say, I know, you don't know what depression is. Yes, I do. Yes, I do very, very, very well. I know all about it. It's had around me my whole life. I do know. But I do also know that too many people rely on Western medicine for drugs, and it fucks them up even worse. What you need is to get away from your triggers. You need to bring up whatever it is that you've been stuffing down and not looking at that's causing, because depression is a symptom of something. And it's not easy. I understand that it's not easy. Some people can't even get out of bed. It's so overwhelming. But you can do anything. You can. And this one says, I'm not going to give up. It's not in my blood. I'm not going to give up. Alternatives. Nature. No GMO food. Healthy, raw, natural food. Get away from your triggers. Get out of the city. Get away from the stresses that your job is bringing to you. Stop going to the clubs. Stop drinking. Stop smoking pot. Stop taking drugs. There's all kinds of ways that you can combat it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those that chose the Angel's Haven, this is a safe place. This is a little place, but it's safe. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Wow. Double confirmation. We just got this yesterday. Don't give up hope. So again, for the ones like me who are frustrated and angry, or the ones that are stressing out and overwhelmed, don't give up. You have what you need. You have the tools. You are the magician. We all have the tools. We just need to listen to Spirit and work with the tools. Ask Spirit, what do we need to do? I'm not going to read this card again. We just had this card. We're going to get another, but it is confirmation. You have the tools. And you don't need a big fancy car. You don't need a big house. You don't need all kinds of shit. You have what you need. That's what you have, and from this, everything else will grow. That's why I'm taking this little house. It's to prove it. I'm doing it for all of us. Song right now, Poker Face. I'm not going to show you my hand, right? I'm not going to tip my hand. I'm not going to show you the truth of how I'm feeling. I was going to try and find the Duke of Shadows, but I shuffled it away. So let's see what a different one is. Love it. Dress of Alchemy. Here we go. So remember that one, the voices in the background? Oh my God, I'm feeling overwhelmed, or whatever the situation is, or the frustration and anger. This is what we do. We take control of ourselves. We take control of our life. This is my life. I'm not going to allow someone who molested me 30 years ago to get into my face every time I have sex with my husband. I talked to my daughter about this the other day. P.S. Remember I told you that the Puffin Totem and the Red Hawk Totem were going to make certain that my daughter and I's relationship began to heal? It has. I got a bunch of text messages this morning. She's showing me all the stuff that she hasn't shared with me. She's so anxious to share with me. You know, it's funny when people do something themselves and instead of apologizing or saying, you know, this is why this is happening, or talking about it, they choose to go silent. That's what my daughter does. My daughter has a history, right? And I tried to talk to her about it, and she said, you don't understand. I can't do that. Yes, you can. I can't talk to my daughter that way. She can't hear me. Isn't that funny? She could probably hear it from someone else, but not from her mother. But I had it happen to me too. Not as much as my daughter did, granted, but my grandmother did, and she did this. She rose above it. You cannot, I said to her, you can't give that person your power. It was 30 years ago. You are allowing that person to rape you over and over and over again every day. What you need to do is you need to get angry. You need to get that energy, and you need to stuff that fucking shit in that bottle and put a cork on it. No longer will you take my energy. No longer will you give me nightmares. No longer will you take and rape my life. I'm taking control. I'm taking control of this because I am the masterman. I am the master. I am the magician. I'm not going to allow this to happen. If I have to get angry, maybe you're not looking at it. Mom, therapy doesn't make it go away. No, it doesn't. You make it go away. I said, I haven't allowed it to control me. You were just little. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You need to face it, let it go, and get pissed off and say, screw you. That person has gone on and he's living his life. He's got a family with kids and God knows how many other children he's molesting. He's doing his thing, right? Well, you are tortured every single day. You give your power away every day. This is about this dress. My daughter is powerful. My daughter is very connected. She doesn't like to see it because of what happened to her. She pushes it away. She doesn't want to believe that a God is there that could allow this to happen to her. But she is very gifted. She's extremely talented. She's funny. She's fun. She's determined. She manifests like I can't tell you. Anything she wants, she manifests. Her dad was coming down to visit over spring break, and she said to her husband, "We need a bigger house." And I'm like, man, the guy's working his ass off. She found something. She got them a bigger house. Whatever she wants, she manifests. But she's not manifested that. It's because that's the most important thing. It's kind of like love, right? Something you want so badly, and it's the hardest thing for you to do because you can't control things, but you can take control of your life. So this is telling you that you have allowed whatever that is that's happened in your life to act like this filth. It's like Cinderella soot all over your dress. And that magnificent dress that you're wearing that's completely covered in sacred symbols with all of the gifts that you have, it's been dimmed. You've got your divine masculine behind you in two ways. If you don't have a twin soul, and I would pray that you don't in the flesh, because it's the worst, it's the most difficult thing I've ever experienced in my life. Bar none, hands down, the most difficult thing I've ever had to deal with. So pray that you have a soulmate. But if you don't have a twin soul in the flesh, your twin soul is your guardian angel, okay? That is the divine masculine. But you have divine masculine in you as well. So there's a double here. You are backed by your divine masculine, but you are turning your back to your divine masculine. I heard what I just said. I'm turning my back to my divine masculine. My divine masculine needs to come and stand in front of me. But right now, this is what's going on. I know what's going on. You know what's going on. Look at the eyes. The all-seeing eyes. You are a seer. You know. You have knowledge. You have gifts. And Spirit's saying, we want you to take back your power. No more waiting around. No more waiting around while everybody else figures it out. No more allowing other people to take your power away, your energy away, drain you. You've been doing all of the work while everybody else has been riding on your coattails. No way. It's not going to happen. This one's pissed. And this one's got the backing of the Ascended Masters. Double backing. You see the number 3 more than once, you pay attention. We got it twice. Song playing right now. What about us? You said you had all the answers. What of us? We are children needing to be loved. What about our life? Taking care of everyone else. You came and we called, right? Family, you called and we came. So whether it's the job, whether it's your family, whether it's other people expecting something, you came, we called, but what about us? What about our life that keeps going on? And sometimes we need to get angry. Sometimes even with Spirit, we need to get loud, which is what the Blue Jay just said. You let the world know. I'm telling you, archangels, I understand my guides, my spirit guides are telling me to be patient. Fuck patience. I'm saying, I want this to be taken care of. I'm taking control of my life. If that means that I go forward on my own, then I go forward on my own, and my divine masculine is behind me. He can catch up. But this is confirmation that this is right. So sometimes you do need to get firm. Just because you have guides, your guides are your family, right? That's your family in spirit. Yes, they can see a little bit more than we can. They can see that things are coming down the road, and they want you to be patient. Sorry, you've been saying it for too long. I have a life to live. I'm not going to allow this to continue because something's supposed to change. It's not changing at this moment. Song right now. I'll be ready. Are you ready? It's time to let it go. What about us? It's no mistake that the songs come on when they do. That's absolute confirmation. I am drawing these songs towards me. I'm drawing it because this is the energy that I'm emitting. But I'm emitting the energy that Spirit has guided me to emit. I'm not talking about my mom and my grandmother and my sister and my dad in spirit, right? They want it to be easy for me. My mom always wanted it easier for me. My guides told me to go for the Aries. To go for the Aries. You're more compatible with him. Compatible. Whereas my twin and I are more like this, right? Because we're mirrors. You're more compatible. We would like you with that one. Well, that one is not my choice. That was not my life path. It's not in my highest good. It would be easier. For you, it would be easier. The whole thing would be easier. But it's not in my highest good. So sometimes we have to disagree with our guides. You need to listen to our Father. Sometimes I've dismissed my guides altogether. I did that when I was in Sedona. I said, I dismiss all of you, everyone. I even dismissed my archangels. I wasn't getting enough clarity. I wasn't able to understand. Nothing was moving forward, and I needed my Father. And I went straight to my Father. And that's a message right now. You're not getting enough clarity. You're not getting enough information from the people that are supposed to be helping you. You need to go to your Father. That is a specific message. You need to go straight to your Father. That is a message for someone about their physical father. But it's also a message for us. I'm not saying that my archangels aren't there, because they are. They're here. They're here. The Ascended Masters are working with me, and my mother is an Ascended Master as well. However, we have been told to get loud. We've been told to take back our power. We've been told to speak our truth, because we have responsibility for the way our life plays out. And I'm not just going to sit down and wait for Spirit to unroll it for me, right? I need to make a choice, and when I make a choice, then everything starts happening. We're not robots. I heard in my dreams they called the robot, and he came and he worked for them. No, they called the computer, and he came and worked for them. That's what he was like. He was like a computer, doing what everyone else told him to do, right? We're going to type in the orders and you're going to do it. That's not how I fly. No, that's not how a free spirit goes. Sorry. We need to take responsibility for our lives. You don't like the way your life is working? You don't like the fact that this beautiful gown that is completely covered in sacred symbols? I told you. I have so many gifts, and they have been dull. They have been dampened because I have negative toxic energy all over me from these people that are lying and manipulating, trying to cock block and stop this connection from happening, and from the toxic energy from where I've been living. I'm coming and I'm remedying it for myself. I'm taking care of it for myself. This is what we do. For whom much is expected, much is given. Yes, it goes both ways. To whom much is given, much is expected. There's a lot expected of me, so I need to give myself what I can do for myself to move forward, and so do you. So celebrate who you are. You're not going to hide who you are anymore. You've been in this sooty little dress, Cinderella, for far too long. It's time to step out and let everybody see. Remember yesterday, we were supposed to shake off the cape and let our butterfly wings, heck, forget the butterfly wings, let the big angel wings down to the floor. I've seen mine. They sweep the floor. They're strong and they're powerful. I am the red hawk, right? I am the owl. I'm the great horned owl. I am the raven. I am all of these. My animal messengers, they're all a part of me. And you have all of the gifts as well. Look at all of the eyes peeking out from behind these wings. You have all of that power. You are being asked to step into your power and embrace it. Because right now, this crap that's been going on around you has been happening because of jealousy, because of anger, because of greed, because of all the things that are happening in my life. This is happening for you too, whoever chose this message. And when you get rid of that crap and you realize, you know what? They don't have control over me. I've been giving my control to them, but I'm taking it back. I'm going to put them in there, that three-headed serpent, and that's what I'm getting, the three that were interfering. Those three need to go in here. You can also take a look at it in a different way, because let's put this away now, and now there's a new bottle, right? This is your sacred power. You've realized that I'm an Aries dragon, right? That's what I am. We all have this dragon energy. My girlfriend last night wrote to me, and she said she's going to love this reading. Just popped into my head. My friend Sandra. She wrote to me and she said, I did some work today with the dragons. Good. This is the dragon energy. You're going to uncork your gifts just like she did, and you're going to work. And you're going to all of a sudden start polishing up this dress. And you're going to start seeing this beautiful gown for what it is. And all of the symbols are going to start popping out. And you're going to start understanding the messages. Because remember I told you, everything was too muddy. I wasn't seeing it. I needed to dismiss. There was too much confusion. Just give me one. Just take me to my dad. That's my dad. Nobody loves me more than my dad. I go to him. I said to him, if you choose the archangel that needs to come to me. You choose him. And he did. He chose Michael, and Michael came, and he stood in front of me. I saw him physically, no drugs, and he stood in the corner of my room. 15 feet wings hit the floor. 15 feet. I couldn't see his face. It was all blurred because it was bright light. And all I heard was, I am Mike. I said, who are you? And he showed himself here in Arizona, too, because I kicked him out when I was here. And I kept seeing a blue flashing light down on the ground. I know blue's Michael's color. And then a stag appeared. I've got videos of it. This isn't bullshit. Stag appeared on the mountain. We don't have stags out here. A big, what was it, a 10-point buck stood on the mountain. He just appeared. He just appeared to me there. And then he guided two little babies down the hill. That was Michael standing there, the divine masculine standing there guiding the two, which is us, the twin souls, to safety. That's what was being shown to me. So twice he showed up. I'm not telling you to dismiss your team. I'm not telling you to dismiss your archangels. I am telling you that you need to get clarity. You need to get clarity, and you need to do that by taking back your power. You're allowing things to happen. You've allowed things to go on too long. I have allowed things to go on too long. I waited and waited and waited. And in all reality, I believe that my highest self of my twin, not the ego, not the man, not the human. He's annoyed and nervous. The higher twin, he's waiting for me to make this move. He wants to see me step into my power. All divine masculines right now need to step into their power because it's the divine feminine that have been doing the work. So this is what we want to do. Whether you have a divine counterpart with you in the physical, you do in spirit, and we're asked to step into our power at this time. And you're not supposed to feel guilty about it. This is a message from spirit. This is not sacrilegious. Spirit would shut this down. I would have gotten a call, the phone would have gone off, something would have happened. This is being meant to go out there. So when you start doing this and you start seeing your symbols and signs, all these people that have been jealous, angry, cock blocking, doing all that crap that have been getting in your way, making you feel bad about yourself, all of that, instead of having to get rid of those people, they're going to start falling away because they're going to realize that they no longer have control over you. You have thought that they've had control over you. Their greatest fear is that you realized that you are the one in control. And when you step up and take control of your life, I saw my twin stand in front of this religious group of people and say, it's not okay what you did to me. It's not okay what you did to me. And this woman, I don't know who she was, stood up and she said, he had a family to support. And he said, it's not okay. It's not okay what you did to me. And we were leaving. But he has to stand and say it. And that's what you need to do. You need to stand up and say it. And don't think your relationships won't change after you do this. Have no fear. I wouldn't think you would. If you were going to step into your power, you're not going to have any fear. I'm not looking back. You're going to lose those people. They're going to fall away because they're toxic. They're filled with ego. And they don't want to be around this light. Because right now, they can handle you. Right now, you're being tolerated. Remember where you're at? Because all of your light has been dimmed. You've put your divine masculine energy behind you. You've ignored it. You've put it back here because you've been concerned about what other people think, worried about what your friends thought, worried about being kicked out of your family. I thought about this morning. What kind of a mother is she? What kind of a mother would she make for you? What kind of a wife would she make for you if her own children don't speak to her? Obviously, she's not a very good mother. I'm a very good mother. I'm an incredible mother. My daughter and I have had difficulties that aren't between us. They're her difficulties. And I can't be around the toxic energy. I won't be around it. I love my daughter. I love her and I'm proud of her. I love my son. I'm a very good mother. So that just needs to go out because that's been said. I'm a great wife, a great mother. I know my value. I know my worth. You don't. But you've been filling all this crap into people's ears. And that's why this gown or this suit has been so muddied. When this person is so incredibly freaking powerful, the one that you have looked down on, the one that you've tried to make feel, doesn't have everything together, the one that you've told that there's something wrong with them, that they're weird, that they need medication, that they need alcohol, that they need to be with you because you say this is the way it has to go. However this works in your life, as soon as that crap starts to fall away and you start shining the truth of who you are, they will run. You won't have to worry about them. All right. For those who chose Thunder Mountain, I'm surprised that didn't come out with Thunder Mountain. This is what happens to me when I'm here. I'm in my highest power. This is when I met my twin after, gosh, I guess 10, how many years, babe? 10, and then another 7, so many years. This is where he connected with me. I was not as strong as I am now, but I was vibrating in my highest power. I am in Thunder Mountain area. There's a lot of masculine energy here. I lived in Wilson Canyon, and that's really why I keep trying to get back to that other landlord. Wilson Canyon is goddess energy. It's the feminine nurturing energy, and that's where I landed. That's what I needed when I first got to Sedona. I was in need of that. I'd come out of a very difficult situation, and I needed that safety. Here, this is very masculine energy, and as an Aries, I have a Pisces moon, which you're seeing my Aries right now. And my Queen of Swords because I'm a Gemini rising, but at my heart I'm a Pisces, right? So while I'm in this energy here, I'm very, very strong. My energy is that's why this is a safe place. Nothing's going to get in here. This is a very safe place. Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. Thunder Mountain. For those who chose Thunder Mountain, which deck? Which deck? Hold on, I got to turn this down. I can't hear. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Thunder Mountain, which deck? I have Divine Circus, I have Shapeshifters, I have Oracle of Shadows and Light, I've got Sacred Rebels. Oh, that was a relief. Whoop. Knocked you right off your feet. Okay. Sacred Rebels. It is. I don't want to be somebody without your body next to mine. Woo! If it wasn't you, I wouldn't want anybody next to me. 'Cause I'm an animal like you. Oh, somebody asked me in the video when I was on the mountain, why didn't I howl? Because it was the full moon. Ow! I had to check and see if the people had moved out. They have. There you go. That was for you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I didn't even realize actually at the time. I wasn't thinking about it being the full moon. And it's going to be raining by the time I get out there, so I don't know if I'll be recording with myself. For those who chose the Sacred Rebels, Thunder Mountain people. Ooh, that was a clear-cut one. Every journey starts with one single step. I like this a lot. Okay, because remember I had that discussion with my daughter and she says it doesn't work that way? Look what just flew out. I'm sorry for hurting you, upsetting you, disappointing you. I want to make up. That wasn't a mistake. For all of those who feel that they can't overcome something, yes, you can. And you do it by one step at a time. You can't do everything at once. You can't undo everything. You can't repair everything at once, right? There's been a problem, right? Somebody's upset you, disappointed you, let you down. They want to make up with you. Or maybe you have done that and they are saying, I forgive you. Stop feeling guilty, or I'm sorry, right? That's the step. One single step. Now, my daughter wouldn't make the move for me. She wouldn't do it. She's very proud, very stubborn. And they show my twin as my daughter. It's funny. I didn't realize that until they just told me just now. I've always thought that was someone else. I was always mad at somebody else. And it was him. It was his choice. Okay. Sorry, my neck is hurting. There's a big, big, big bird flying up. I just want to make sure that it is a raven. I think it was a raven. Magic and Miracles. I love the ravens. They're so big here in Sedona. Okay. One single step. See this person? She's naked. 100% naked, open, and vulnerable. That's what you need to do. You need to become vulnerable. You need to open up. This person is carrying a suitcase, probably full of a bunch of shit, right? Maybe you need to pack your shit and huck it. Or maybe you need to pack up and leave, like I was shown in my dream, my twin, right? But this magical suitcase, look at it. It's like Mary Poppins' suitcase. This is the magician's suitcase. Because there's all kinds of energy flowing around that. It's like the crystals are in that. And there's butterflies everywhere. Silver butterflies all around that. And look at how enlightened this one is, right? I stand here. Here's my baggage. Here's my baggage. I'm ready, right? This is my baggage. Do you want me to drop this bag or are these my essentials, right? Is this just what I need? Because this is all I need. Just a place to lay my head that's safe, where there's love, right? That's all I need. I'm ready to go. Show me where to go. This is amazing. Look at the visual. Look at the love coming from the heart. And this is how I call Reiki in from the Father and healing energy. And this is how I send it out. I call in and I ask for myself to be filled. So say this is spirit, right? Because you can see the green, the love and the healing in here. And the white for truth and purity and innocence. This is coming into the heart. Fill me, Father, with pure, unconditional healing energy. Fill me with courage. Fill me with hope. Fill me with passion. Fill me with whatever it is that you, a sense of forgiveness, compassion. That was what I was told this morning, that my spiritual twin thinks that I don't have enough compassion. I'm very compassionate, very, but I need to be compassionate for myself as well, right? So here, fill me, Father. And then once you get filled, your whole body, it starts, it's just like pouring milk into you, right? Mother's milk from the Father. Pouring us in, the Father, Mother, all the way down to your boots, right? Start at your root chakra and you go all the way up. Everyone of the chakras as it goes by ignites and it starts spinning. The energy center starts spinning. Until it gets to the throat, you're able to share that love. Song right now, I found a love for me, right? Then it gets up here and it gets to your third eye and it gets to your crown. And now your crown is open and you're ready and you're vibrating at that frequency. And now you're pulling it in, you're pulling it in, you're pulling it in. You are now, this is the next step. I like how these cards go together. The dress of knowledge, the dress of alchemy, now that all of the crap's been cleared away and you understand this, the single step that you need to make. No, you can't do it all in one day, Lacey. But yes, you can. Take that one step and start saying, maybe it's just positive affirmations, right? I will not give you my power. I will no longer allow you to hurt me. I am taking my power back. I am taking all of my power back, all of my energy back, and I'm giving all of yours back to you. I no longer wish to have you carry you along in this bag as I go forward in life. What I have in this bag here are my tools. There's no room for you in here and all your crap. There's no room for shame, fear, guilt, worry, doubt, lack of self-esteem. There's no room for any of those things inside this magical toolkit. This is Merlin's magic. What do I call it? What do I call it on my there's reasons that I named my the angels whisper, right? The angels whisper. They whisper in your ear. They don't scream. This is Merlin's shamanic toolbox, the magical shamanic toolbox. This is what you carry here. You are the magician. You may not think that you have all the abilities. All you need to do is have the one ability right now, which is listening. I'm listening to 4 things right now. I hope that I will share her home. I found a love, and I hope one day I will share her home. Well, I hope it's sooner than later. I gotta turn that down because I'm hearing other things too. Hold on. One step. The single step is your thought. Your thought. Because the first number is 1. Your thoughts. It's not a positive thought to say that therapy won't help me deal with the molestation. It's not a positive thought to think that he can still affect my life even though if I'm almost 30 years old. It's not a positive thought to see myself as weaker and them as stronger. I am unstoppable. My daughter is way more than this. It's her own thinking that she needs to change. She just needs to tell herself that. And she would argue and be angry at me for saying this, but it's because she's not ready yet. One day she'll understand. But that's all you need to do. One single step. Change your thinking. And then the number is 2, which says everything is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. There are lessons. The reasons this is happening is to teach us what we have and what we can do. So the number 2 says everything is happening the way it's meant to happen, and there's going to be divine blessings for everyone involved. What you need to do is let go of the worry, the fear, the doubt, the disbelief, the anger. See, I'm not thinking about being mad at my twin anymore. That was the beginning. As I work through the reading, my energy shifts. You can see how my energy rises, right? That's what the number 2 says. It's going to work out. There's going to be a blessing. You have everything you need with you. You don't have to worry about what you need to take along. What are you going to take? You'll be shown what you need to take. You might be surprised exactly at how much you can leave behind, which is what I'm being shown as far as my housing arrangement, right? I'm going to be leaving a lot behind. I know that. And I'm good with it. I've done it once before. Simplicity is actually very cleansing. But this is also mental and emotional. You'll be surprised, and people. You'll be surprised at how many people that you walk away from and you won't miss because they weren't your friends. They didn't care about you. You're going somewhere. You're going on a journey. And you're going to travel lighter than you ever thought you could. There's going to be an amazing blessing because the realization is that you can do this. Yes, you can do this. It's just one step. The butterfly is a first he's a caterpillar, right? Then he goes in the chrysalis. And then he has to leave that chrysalis. Don't you think he feels safe there? All wrapped up and warm. He doesn't have to worry about birds coming along and picking him up off the ground. He's safe in that little chrysalis, that hard little shell that people pull themselves into. People that suffer abuse of any kind, emotional, physical, mental, become agoraphobic. They stay in their homes. They don't want to go out. They don't want people to see them. They're safe inside there. But you're not meant to stay in there. And Spirit's pushing you out because the butterfly is coming out of that chrysalis. This is when you were supposed to make a move and you have not. It's going to happen regardless. It's going to happen either by your choice, or there will be a tower moment. But your butterfly wings are unfurling, and it's time to fly. And now you've got to get out and embrace something that's more appropriate for you, because what right now, where you're at, is not appropriate. And you're not even leaving with the clothes on your back. You're leaving naked, right? You may not even realize that you're about to go on a journey. Like I said, this could be a tower moment for you. Maybe you didn't realize this was going to happen. But there's going to be most likely travel coming for you at this time. And you're going to understand that this is actually a spiritual thing that's happening. It's a spiritual journey that's happening. It's a quest that you're about to go set on. I've gone on, how many quests have you guys gone on with me, right? To different places. It's because you're going to learn your gifts, and they're going to come to you stronger as you are on your journey. You have to do this. This is a part of you that needs to change. And this is another message, just a side message, that if you were thinking about, I have a trip I was planning on taking, this is a positive note that yes, you are meant to go, and you're going to learn a lot of things there. This will be actually a life-changing journey for you. You may get engaged on this journey. You may meet somebody on this journey. You may be offered a job. You may find a place that you're going to live. This journey is going to be life-changing in some way for you. It could be you're going to be just gleaning more things for your career, for your creative mind, or it could just be simply spiritual. But you're taking steps right now, small steps, and you got to take the first one. And sometimes you don't understand what the first step is, but it'll be shown to you. You're being told to keep going. If you've started and then you've stopped, there's been a starting and stopping, a hesitancy. We got that yesterday, right? Like a procrastination. You may have already started this journey in your mind, but you haven't taken the physical steps. This is now the time to not procrastinate any longer. You have to keep going. You have been doing inner work, even if you don't realize that you have. You've literally been, it's like an incubation period. Like while that butterfly was in the chrysalis, it wasn't just sitting there doing nothing. It was getting strong. It was getting stronger and stronger. It was seeing more and more what wasn't working, right? What I didn't like, to the point where now I'm ready. And you may not feel that you're fully ready, but you are. This is taking the leap of faith. This is it. This is why you have Thunder Mountain at your back, because Spirit says when the great wave comes, go to the mountain with the tablets. This is it. Thunder Mountain. Lean against the mountain like we did when we had the live reading, and the goddess was lying up against her back against Thunder Mountain with the silverback gorilla in the background watching. That's what's going on. You have protection, silver light protection. You're going to be blessed. There's going to be positive energy, and all you need to do is just keep going one step at a time. If this isn't freaking confirmation, I don't know what is. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, I need a drink of something, and then we go to Sugarloaf Summit. How blessed am I? I've got Thunder Mountain right there, and Sugarloaf is actually just right, it's a part of it, but it's just like right there. I'm cradled in the divine masculine energy right now. Parched. We have to stay hydrated. And why is the energy running high? And have you been having crazy dreams? Yes. Why? Full moon. And a full moon in what? Libra. Balance, karma, everything coming to the surface. Can be overwhelming, but it's pretty fantastic. Okay. I found you on your knees, got you off your knees, put you back on your feet, only to find out that you took advantage of me. And I didn't even find out from you. I had to find out from them. So somebody's waking up and realizing. So right now, for that message, you're going to the vampire. Because this was a vampire that was taking this one thought that they were the savior. They were being a martyr, right? I'm taking care of my family. I'm helping this person, blah, blah, blah. But that person, as what we were shown months and months and months ago, we kept getting this message that person was perfectly capable of taking care of themselves. They just didn't want to do the work. They wanted you to do it for them. They took advantage of you, but you allowed it. So don't be mad at them. It's a learning experience for you. You won't have to learn that lesson again. They were capable then, and they're capable now. They took advantage of you, and they talked behind your back. They were not loyal to you. Correct for neutrality on all levels, and it doesn't matter if they're your family. Family doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be your friends. I'm grateful that my daughter and I are mending things. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Sugarloaf Summit, How does it feel sitting up there knowing I put you there? I found you on your knees. Now, this could be somebody saying that to you. This is, now I'm going to give this as a different message. This is also a master manipulator. This is the silver siren saying to someone, I found you on your knees. I helped you back up on your feet. You're taking, and now you're going to leave? You just took advantage of me, right? How does it feel sitting up there knowing I put you there? This is guilt, guilt, guilt. That's not love. That's not love. You don't do for somebody so that you can get a handout, right? That's not unconditional love. So don't take on the guilt somebody wants to lay on you if you decide that, you know what, this isn't working for me and I need to move forward, because Spirit's made this whole reading very, very clear that that's what's supposed to happen. And they're not going to like it. When they lose control, they don't like it. And you won't be able to explain to them what's going on because they can't see it, because they're narcissistic and there is no natural affection. They can't see it. They'll tell you they love you, but they don't, because they don't even understand what love is. Correct for neutrality on all levels. If somebody loves you, you feel it, you know it. You feel safe, comfortable, supported, loved, all of those things. Correct for neutrality. And you know what? I can get mad at people, but just because I'm upset with you doesn't mean I stop loving you. I love hard, and it's real. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I love big. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Sugarloaf Summit, now I heard. Rebellion. And this song right now, perfect song. Sex on Fire. Do you guys know the song? I know they're watching. They're watching. All the commotion. Has people talking. They're talking. Hey, your sex is on fire. Okay, what is your sex? Your seat of sexual energy and your creativity, your sacral chakra. Your sex is on fire. That's an amazing thing. Perfect song to come up with this. This whole reading goes together. This is Rebellion. I know they're watching. I know they're watching, right? All the commotion. You got people talking. Your sex is on fire. He's liking it. They're not, right? Because this one is a rebel. This is the message for the Sacred Rebel deck. This cracks me up. This is upstart, rebellion, tumultuous situations going on, and this is guided by Spirit. Now, if you do what they don't want you to do, you're a rebel. You're starting a revolution, right? They're the ones, what are they called? I talked about the silverback gorilla that was protecting, that was the guard, the watchdog on the outside, while the goddess laid against the back of the mountain, right? Safe with her back against the divine masculine, the thunderbird, which is Spirit, which is the eagle, right? The silverback gorilla. You think about gorillas out there, the gorillas that are the guerrilla warfare. They're the bad guys, right? They're the ones that are starting a revolution because they have an uprising. They have they're fighting against the society, the normal, or whatever it is. What is it? It's not depression, oppression. They're fighting oppressive forces. And this is the type of energy that we're talking about here. We're fighting oppressive forces, the ones that are trying to keep you down, right? And Spirit wants you to do this. And they're going to look at you and they're going to say that you are a rebel. This is the ones that want you to walk their walk. They want you to walk their walk. No. I'm giving them far too much credit. They want you to walk their talk. But Spirit says we want you to walk your walk and talk your talk. They're not doing that. They're the ones that tell you, do as I say, not as I do. This is what you are rebelling against. And again, look at the number, 33. The Ascended Masters leading the way. Your sex is on fire. They want this to happen. They want you to rise up. They want you to get your sacral chakra spinning. They want you. Call that energy in. Stand before your Father and ask Him to fill you and give you the courage to get up and do what you need to do, which is move, which is get out of there. You're not going to be told what's right. When you question anything, they're angry. They look at you with disapproval. This is religion. This is a boss that's just what's the word? A freaking control freak. This is somebody that this is a mind control. This is somebody that wants to tell you how things are supposed to be done. And if you ask any questions, like I was at, remember I asked, you asked too many questions. That person probably said that because he was probably told that his whole life. You asked too many questions. I'm sorry, if I don't know what's going on, I'm going to ask questions. And if you don't give me the answers that I like to hear, like if it doesn't make sense to me and if it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to compromise my integrity. I'm not. I know who I am and I know the direction I'm meant to go in. I walk in the light, right? Which is truth and honesty. So I'm going to ask a lot of questions. And they're going to think that you're offensive by doing that. They're going to say that that's not respectful. That person, she's not respectful. She's disrespectful. No, I'm not. I'm a sacred rebel. I'm being told to do this by spirit. We're not going to go to a place where we're told to follow directions and not ask questions. This isn't, I'm sorry, I don't live in communist Russia, right? This is free will. And it's challenging. And maybe you are not someone who's as fiery as me. Maybe you're a softer, gentler person. And it's difficult for you to do this, to stand up and speak. But you know, when you do stand up, you will inspire everyone around you because there are people in your midst, even in the arena that you're in, that are so longing to speak out, so longing to stand, and yet they don't have the guts. So you need to do it. You need to be a leader. You are a way shower. That's who you are. Remember, to whom much is given, much is expected. You weren't given these gifts for no reason. You weren't given these gifts to sit them on a shelf. Remember those 3 boxes that were wrapped up in presents, as presents, and I wanted that box and I opened it up and found that it was wrapped underneath, had someone else's name on it, so I put it back. Think about that in another term, symbolically. Those were gifts that people had not opened. I opened up that box. That wasn't my box to open. That was someone else's box. And that's my message. I was there opening up this box. I could see those gifts. But that box wasn't for me to open. It was for them to open. They need to take that box off the shelf and open their freaking box. Open up their gifts because there's something expected of you. You have a responsibility. You have people looking up to you. So right now, this is a personal journey for you. Right? You're at the fork in the road. Where do I go? What do I do? How do I handle myself? What are people going to think of me? Right? And you might think it's not as romantic as all that. It's not easy. It's not fun. I've gone through all the gamut of all of it, right? She's crazy. She's a witch. She's a little bit nuts. She's my mom. My daughter wrote on Facebook. I never saw it because I didn't want to read it, but my best friend told me. It was called The Day You Cut Your Mother Out, which is after I told her I needed some space. My mother needs psychiatric help. She thinks she talks to angels. She's in love with a phantom. He doesn't exist. He's not even real. And that's why I say I'm not sitting on my ass waiting around, because nobody thinks this guy's even alive or real, even though I know he is, right? But that's fear concept. What people don't understand, they fear. And I talked to her about it, and I said, you wrote that on Facebook about your own mother. That's incredibly disloyal. How could you be so incredibly disloyal to your own family, to your mother? I've given everything to you. Now listen to that song. I put you up there, blah, blah, blah. It's not what I'm saying. How could you be so disloyal? And she said, well, you mean when I was worried about you? And in all truth, she was worried about me. And remember on the reading yesterday on the mountain, how they don't like you having changed. Where's my mother? I don't know this person. This is who I am. This is the truth of who I am. And I raised you as one of Jehovah's Witnesses because I wasn't awakened. I had gone back to sleep as a child. I had to. My gifts I was too young to be able to handle them. And I was raised that way. And I taught you what I knew. And then I awakened and understood that that's not in my highest good. And I don't do that. It's not my life. I have not turned into some freak of nature, some person that needs to be put in a mental hospital, some person who is living, thinks that she's talking to angels. I wish that they would stand up here and let you see them, because they are here and they are real. And there's many of us who have actually seen them and have experienced them. A lot of times people experience it and we push it away. I did. The first time it happened to me, I didn't see that. That didn't happen. I didn't think about it for 7 years. It couldn't, because my mind was not ready to accept it. My daughter's mind was not ready to accept it. As she gets older and she sees things happening, she will. When she sees my twin, when she finally meets him, she'll know he's real, right? She doesn't think I'm crazy. She was worried. I was very sad also, because when we go through a situation like this, it's very difficult for us. We feel isolated. We feel alone. We feel like we're the only one. It's hard to come out. It's like if you're gay in a white Christian family. and I say white because for some reason, I don't even know. I was just told that. So I apologize if that's not the truth, but I'm thinking of a certain, I'm hearing it in my head, a certain a belief system. And you're the only one, right, in that area. And you're going to come out gay in front of everybody. It's a scary thing to do, right? Well, I understand that. I have never had that problem because I follow my passion. I follow my heart. I can't be any other way. That's just the way I'm built. But other people have a difficulty with it. You know, they're little, maybe they have a different kind of constitution. They have a gentler, softer nature. So it's hard for them. But what's happening here is, in this particular sense, which is nice, I've already gone through it, right? I've already been there. And I know what you're going through. So it will feel hard for you. It'll feel scary. It may feel very lonely because it's not romantic. It isn't. You know, you watch the movie and Joan of Arc, you know, she's a martyr. I watched myself be burned at the stake in my past life. I've been burned at the stake here in this life few times, by people that were supposed to love me, friends, right? It's not romantic. It's not fun. But you have to do it. You know that you have to do it. And what's nice for you is that there are ones that have gone before you. And you may have to start this journey alone, take the first steps alone, but there's going to be someone there for you. You're going to meet up with someone. You will not walk this journey alone. You're fortunate in that way. That's why I'm saying to the one I'm speaking to, this is a safe haven. It may not be big, but there's love and it's safe and it's open. This is a place to be. You do not have to walk alone and do this, but you do need to take the step and take your step out. Stand and speak and say, I'm leaving. I'm going on my journey. You're being told to follow your soul's path, whatever that means for you. It doesn't have to mean that you're leaving your town. It doesn't have to mean you're leaving your job. It's whatever it means for you. For some people, it does mean all of that, right? But you are not going to be alone. You will meet like-minded ones, because when you stand in your true, authentic self and you take this journey, Spirit's got your back. And the silver gorilla is there for protection. You have silver light, silver ray protection. Look it up. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Silver ray. You've got that protection with you. You shouldn't be on a spiritual channel if you don't believe in this, right? This is reality. You will not be alone. When you are your authentic, truthful self, you draw towards you ones that you are. You can't do that when you're wearing that beautiful gown, that dress of alchemy that's covered in soot, because you're choosing to stay in that safe little chrysalis where you were merely tolerated, where you're ignored, where you're made fun of, where people don't really accept you, and all of your gifts are being dulled, and you're not opening your box. It's just sitting there. There were 3 unopened boxes that I looked at. 3 unopened boxes. I opened one. And then I wrapped it back up and said, here, you open this one. So you will not walk alone. Someone's going to be there to walk with you on this journey. Intense reading. Wow. Must be full moon energy. So I am going to put my shoes on, and I'm going to walk you outside. I told you guys I would. You can hang up if you want, or you can come with me. Let's see. Hold on. Grab my sunglasses, because the sun's out. Welcome to the neighborhood. Okay. If you would like help with a private reading to go a little deeper for your specific situation, my email address is www.theangelswhisper.com, and you can peruse the channel and see all of the services that I have and the items that I make. I would be honored. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com, and this is where we're at. So here's my little house. Sun's out. I had javelinas running around in front of me last night. Those are wild boar. There's Sugarloaf Summit. There's a really cool, now, I don't know if you can see it, but you see the peak. Right below the peak to the left, there's like a dark blob. When you see it from the side, that's the teacup, and there's actually the blue spruce tree makes the handle, and it's the bark of the tree. It kind of gnarls down, and it's the teacup. It's really cool. Coffee pot rock, the teacup, the silverback gorilla. It's showing himself right there. He's everywhere. That guardian is on, I can't tell you how many of the different pyramids, that exact same shape silverback gorilla guardian, and he faces out. And on this side, See the tall spire tree? I've shown this to you guys in our live feed, but maybe the ones on YouTube channel. I don't know how much you can zoom in with this. I'm sorry I can't doing it this way. But down the side of the mountain there, if you can zoom in, you can see the goddess. And she's lying with her back, she's laying up against, and that's when Spirit said, when the great wave comes, go to the mountain with the tablets. The tablets are the water, it's called the tableau, right? There's water. And her back is lying, she's being supported by Spirit, and she's got the silverback guardian up there, and on the other side there's the ancestors are all guarding as well. There's so much history and energy and story and power here. It's incredible. These are all pyramids, all of them. There's this whole area, the sacred land, is just covered in pyramids. So this is where I'm going to be in a few weeks. I'll be living here. So you'll be getting a lot of trail readings and pictures, and if you want, like I said, I gave you my Angels, what is it? Angels Whisper is also the name of my Facebook channel. So go there and you'll see all the pictures and the hikes and stuff. It's incredible. It's beautiful. And I'm always inspired when I'm out there, and it always ends up in being some type of a spiritual message, because that's all, it's my life, it's what it's about. So thank you very much for being here. I know it was very intense. I actually can't wait to listen back to this reading, because I know I'm going to get more messages for myself. And where else could you go that you're just kind of hiking along and you're given gifts like that? I used to say to my friends who were crystal hunters, I don't understand. You mean you just walk along and you find them? I thought they were lying. Pretty cool, hey? All right, you guys, I'll talk soon. Love you, bye.